So you joined school in 1962, and just when the school started, can you please share with us your memories, your thoughts, your feelings of those days when you were so young, and the students joining were as young as you almost, or you out of college, and those kids in class 6, 7?
Well, I joined school in November 1962. The school was about 10 or 11 months old. There are 7 of us as members of the staff, and if I am not mistaken, there might have been about 60 students in all. The first batch, I think, included people like Kaur and Kanchan Mukherjee, Arunabha Sanyal, and all these people. Obviously at Bongapuri. If I remember correctly, Colonel Majumdar joined us a little later, and when I joined, it was Wing Commander Srivastava, who later became squadron leader and became the principal. He was the headmaster. And I still remember that in the dining hall, there was hardly any provision for the boys to have their meals, and very often we had to have our meals standing. And when I had joined, Mr. Chatterjee, A. Chatterjee, was the catering assistant, and he was very helpful. And I understand the boys used to have the extra quota of food from Mr. Chatterjee, besides the one that is they used to get share in their share in the school mess. On Wednesdays, everybody was very keen to have dinner, because that's the day when the meat chops used to be served. If I remember correctly, I think we shifted to the new site, but Mongolia, on 6th of December 1966. And the best part is, the shifting was done entirely by the boys, the members of the class 4 staff, and the members of the staff. We did not hire, if I remember correctly, any outside laborer. That was amazing. And Mongolia was not what it is today. We had a couple of quarters, we had a couple of dormitories ready, and we all managed to fit into the different places that we were allotted.
So something about the school association, that you're one of the founding patrons, thinker,
I left school in 1975, and ever since I came to Calcutta, I'd seen that different schools in Calcutta, particularly the school where I used to teach in Lamartine, they had this old boys association, and it had struck me that why can't we have an association? And if I remember correctly, I spoke to people like Dilip Ghosh, Biplab Kundu, etc. And I shared my feelings with them, and we decided that it's time that we had an organization like the Old Boys Association. We met a tin number of times at Dilip Ghosh's place. He used to stay in Turview. And ultimately we formed this association in I don't remember, was it 1970? When we went for the first time, I don't remember exactly. But before that, almost every year I used to pick up about 11 boys, I wouldn't say 11 cricketers, and used to visit school to play a cricket match with the boys team. And very often we had boys like Sushanta Sarkar, who is an engineer based in USA now. He had never touched a cricket bat, but he was a member of my team. But we used to go and enjoy ourselves for a day. And that is how it started. I said, why can't we have an Old Boys Association? And then thanks to Biplab and Dilip and others, they ultimately hit our core. We were able to form an association. I think it was in 2000, I don't remember, the first time we went there. It must have been 2008 or 2010 or something. And then it has been working. I mean, the boys are looking after it now. It was good to have an association. I mean, a public school like Lamar or Sainik School Purulia. I thought it is absolutely imperative that you have an organization like the Old Boys Association. And thanks to the boys who are looking after it, like Gautam Sikdar and others, it's still continuing. I'm sure that it's going to grow further. That's all I can think about. And the best part is you have always had very, very warm reception from the school authorities. Every time you went there, they went beyond their capabilities probably to look after us and the boys. And I think we have very, very happy memories of our visits to the school. I hope it continues forever. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.